Garrett Blevins here with an overview of week 5 and the first day of week 6 on the TSA program. Starts out with a speed day, which is this middle day here on the column on the left, and then I do the pause day, and then you see the volume over here for the first day. It's week 2 here, but it's week 6 of the program. This is week 2 of part 2. In any case, you can look over those numbers if you're interested in them. I'll break up the days. This is week 5, day 2 here, and so this is the speed day. This day went pretty well, but as I mentioned, I was sick for all of these workouts that you're going to see here, and so I had a combination, just a head cold. I'd never advise that you work out if you have a fever, but if you don't have a fever, you can kind of go for it. Feel yourself out. You may be sore, you may be achy. I had to deal with that general kind of body ache on these days, and so that was annoying. But I was able to do pretty much what I had programmed out, which was good, and I did not feel like going into the gym at all. But I went in anyways and just decided, hey, let's see how it goes. Really, for me, once I get through squats, I can kind of push through and do what I need to do. And so it's definitely, if you're in a program, especially a 3-day-a-week program, you just can't miss out on the volume. There's no way for me to make up the volume if I had missed that. And my overall volume for this week was pretty low compared to what I've been doing in previous training cycles. It was about 88,000 pounds of training volume for the squat, bench, and deadlift. If I added in accessory movements, it moved up to about 116. So that would include, barbell rows. Now, you'll see in the next, I didn't record a whole lot from the first day of week 6 for 2 reasons. One, battery was low on my camera, but also I was sick and just really didn't want to. Part of being sick, I also had some more back pain. It was different though. This wasn't so much the QL muscle that I was struggling with earlier that was there because of overuse. I think just in general I didn't recover very well from this particular workout you're seeing here, which was the last day of week 5. And these pause squats, I don't know if I'm getting relaxed at the bottom and rounding my lower back, or if it's just fatigue from all the work that I've been doing, the additional work with the posterior chain from conventional deadlifts. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but my back was trashed for my first day of week 6 and had to really pull back. Ended up doing sets with 545 instead of 585 that I had planned. The strength was there. It was just I felt like there was a I don't know how to describe it other than a cord attached from the left side of my lower back that ran through my glute and then up to the top of my hamstring. And every time I would squat, that thing felt like it was just on fire. For me, that seems like a ligament or like some strained muscles that are there. In general, I think it's because I was sick for all 3 of these workouts. And when you're sick, your body is working on recovering from being sick, so it can't devote as much energy to healing itself from muscular damage. The top set for this week for pause squats was 495, which was still pretty good. I was very happy with it since I was able to do that as somebody who was sick. So in any case, I'm not going to gripe too much about being sick. It wasn't that bad. Again, like I said, didn't have a fever. It was just a basic head cold. And was able to move through it pretty well. Bench press strength has been increasing steadily. I had a PR. That was the only thing I recorded. You'll see it at the end of the video. But I had a floor press PR, and I've been pushing around some pretty good weight for my working reps, just high 300s, and I'm hoping to get for the intensity block over 400 for most of my working sets. I'll have to see what my sets and reps are, but if it's 4s or less, probably going to be able to push it up to 405 for most of the bench volume. And I attribute that in general, I had a bad cycle, training cycle with bench over the last 10 weeks leading up to this training cycle. And that's how gains are going to be. Some training cycles are just going to be better than others for certain lifts. Usually for me, one lift will go up more than the others. I'll have a really good squat training cycle, or I'll have a really good deadlift training cycle, or I have a good bench training cycle. It has been a long time since I've had a good bench training cycle. Bench increases for me have been very, very slow lately. I feel like I've been at between 445 and 485 for the past 2 years, and it's just been really slow, monotonous progress. But I'm pausing my benches. I didn't used to pause my benches, so there's improvements there. As well, I've increased my lower body strength a lot, and my total has been steadily increasing. And that's really what the focus is as a powerlifter. You got to figure, are you better at the end of a training cycle than you were at the beginning of it? Maybe all your lifts don't go up, especially if you're doing overhead press or you're doing bench press. Those lifts go up slower than the squat or the bench. And you want to keep yourself fairly proportioned as much as you can. You don't want to be a superstar at one lift and not at others. But again, different training cycles, even if you're doing the same type of work in those training cycles, will yield different results. Gains are not going to be linear that way throughout your whole training career. Though at the beginning of a training career, they may be more linear and everything goes up together. That's fun times. You'll see here these paused deadlifts. These were rough. I was sick. It was rough. I did use more weight than I'd used, and this 405 felt very comfortable for these reps. I hope to improve on that moving forward. However, the 8 sets of 2 that I had shown, that was in the last video that I put out, that just really taxed me pretty bad. And I went up to 585, so 585 for 2, and then you see here, I think these are sets of 5, 3 or 4 sets of 5 on pause deadlifts, with 405 is substantially less. However, pause deadlifts are rough. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are a rough lift, and so I was happy to get through those. Followed up with some close grip bench. Again, I could see gains on my bench strength here. On this day, close grip and some of the other bench presses, those will kind of scale up. It waves up over the 4 weeks, and so since this is the first week, the weight is the lowest, and it'll steadily increase week to week after this. The rest of the weight that I'm doing, most of the RPE stays the same, and so it's just what you can do on that day. RPE has been very helpful for me lately, especially since I've been sick. I haven't felt bad because I'm not missing weights or missing numbers. I have expectations for myself, but I'm not missing because I'm not doing it based on any sort of preconceived percentage, and that's good. I think I like that. Here's 435 for 6 on floor press. Some of it was touch and go. I paused the last rep. Pausing and touch and go for floor press really makes no difference to me, only because you get the rest of your elbows on the floor, but that was a 10-pound PR, so I'm feeling good about bench press and floor press, so I'm excited to see where my maxes are on that. In any case, remember that you have to put in effort, even if you're sick. Go to the gym, see what you can do, get in the volume that you can get done. Don't lose a whole day. Keep investing. You're not going to set a whole bunch of PRs usually when you're sick. But if you keep putting in that time, then at the right time, you're going to reap something out of that. You're going to get a result. It may not be immediate, but it will come. In any case, that's what I've been thinking about as I've been sick. Feel pretty good after this workout that I did today, which only recorded that floor press for that one. Hopefully have some more frequent videos out for you here in the next week or so. And looking forward to being back 100% in my training. Hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.